I should start this off by saying that I've always been sensitive to the unexplained. Seeing, hearing, and feeling the presence of spirits, if you will. Not quite the boy from the Sixth Sense, but close. When I was about 12 or 13 years old, my family and I moved into a new home out in the country. The house was warm and welcoming, and I never felt anything unusual about it. Even the basement, which was often a hot spot in most places, never unnerved me. It was a walkout basement, meaning that the land sloped down toward the backyard, and the back part of the basement had these big glass sliding doors, which let a lot of light into the basement. We set up a couch and the big screen TV down there to make a dark, comfy media room. Because of the layout of the basement, we had to put the couch with the back facing the big glass doors. Because of this, the light from outside cast a bright glare onto the TV. To fix this issue, we hung a couple of bed sheets from the ceiling to block the light. One day my brother and I were there watching TV. We'd been there for some time, when without a word, he got up and left. About a half hour later, I suddenly heard the sound of feet dragging across the concrete floor. It was very slow, one foot, then the other, each step slowly bringing it closer to the back of the couch. I figured it was my brother trying to scare me. He did this kind of thing all the time. It was his favorite pastime, finding new ways to scare and torture me. So, being sick of this, I called out, "I know it's you. You're not going to scare me." No response. The footsteps just kept slowly getting closer, one dragging step at a time. I again yelled out with more anger this time, "Knock it off, you're not gonna scare me." Still nothing but the footsteps. I finally turned around with my eyes just above the back of the couch and grabbed onto the sheet and waited. The footsteps got closer and closer, and I waited until it sounded like he was right behind the couch. I quickly pulled the sheet back and shouted at my brother to try and scare him, but it wasn't him. It wasn't anyone. There was no one there, and the sound was gone. How did he do that? I thought to myself. I looked all around. I turned the lights on and checked every corner and hiding spot. But he was nowhere to be found. Finally, I walked upstairs and saw my mom. I asked her where my brother was. She looked over at me and said, "He left to go to his friend's house about a half hour ago." Stunned, I told my mom what happened. She was sensitive like me to supernatural things and said, "Oh, so you met the old farmer that used to own all this land?" And I blurted out, "With the coveralls with one strap undone." She said, "Yeah, him, he used to own the whole top of the mountain we're on. Don't worry, he's harmless." Harmless or not, it still freaked me out, and I never spent any more time down there alone.